Hi everybody on YouTube, here's my book review. Plain Jane by Fern Michaels. And this book, it's taken me a little while. I've read this book. I apologize for not coming on here more recently. I read this book. I just finished a Suki Stackhouse True Blood book. I'm currently reading From Dead to Worse. And then the last one is like, I forget what it's called. I just finished All Together Dead. So I'm finishing up that series, and I might post a review after I finish those couple of them. But otherwise, that's why I haven't been doing my reviews. Sorry. Anyways, Plain Jane, Fern Michaels. This book was nice. And by nice, I mean a good read. So as I was saying, this book is a good read. It talked about dogs a lot, which is cute. It talks about canines and rescuing them, and part of the beginning of the book, if you read like the first page, talks about, dear reader, blah blah blah, you like when I include a dog in my writings. In this one, she talked about canine police dog, and what happens to them after they retire, and so she created a dog for this book. That was neat. Excuse me. Tickle in the throat today. Inside this one, it says, I wrote this story to share a few things I've learned. It's never too late to right a wrong. You can always count on family to see you through a crisis. Our four-legged best friends love us unconditionally. And last and best, there is no stronger bond than the one between a mother and child. Back in college, Jane Lewis would have given anything to be like homecoming queen Connie Bryan. Instead, she was just plain Jane. Overweight, frumpy, and painfully shy. That was then. Today, a lovely and confident Dr. Jane Lewis has a thriving psychotherapy practice, her own radio talk show, a beautiful old Louisiana mansion, and her affectionate, nutty dog, Olive, to keep her company. The only thing missing is someone to share her life. Jane has never forgotten Michael Sorensen, the boy she admired from afar in college. Now he's inspiring her to hope for a future together. She's also never forgotten the brutal, unsolved attack that ended Connie Bryan's life, and that haunts her still. Suddenly, the present collides with the past as Jane finds clues to the identities of Connie's attackers. Clues that send her into a world of risk and excitement, challenging her to become a truly extraordinary woman, if she dares. So, excuse me. In this book, Plain Jane, basically it's about this woman. She is in college, and she and a girl are studying late at the library, and they walk home together because they're like, oh gosh, I'm afraid to go by myself at night. It makes sense, very safe. And then what happens is they do get attacked on their way home. And one of them gets raped, and the other one witnesses sort of what's going on. And as you heard in the book cover, spoiler alert, Connie dies. I'm not going to tell you how or whatever, but she ends up dying. And this is before she gets married. She was engaged to the college football quarterback or whatever, and she was like the cheerleader, and they were going to get married and have a happy life, live ever after, blah, blah, blah. But then Connie gets raped, Connie dies, and Jane, plain Jane the bookworm, ends up going to school, becomes a psychotherapist, and she doesn't forget what happened back in college, and she's like in her 40s at this point, when they help solve what went on, and there's some twists and turns, there's some ghosts, there's some actual detective work, there's some dogs, there's some eccentric fun characters in the book, and it was a good read. It's not the best book ever, it's not bad, but it's a nice read. Pretty thick book, but if you like dogs, if you like ghosts and spirits and whatnot, you might like this book. So yeah, that's my review. Fern Michaels, Plain Jane. You can read it, you can not. Your life won't change either way, I don't think. But you will know maybe a little bit more about dogs, canines, okay? Thank you for watching. I'm so tired, can you tell? I know you can tell. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to share more book reviews with you quite soon.